Hi everybody, thank you for coming along to join me for this pick a card reading where we're going to be using these Heal Yourself Oracle cards to pick the piles. So what we normally do is I will put timestamps in the description box below so you can go straight to your reading if you would prefer. All the readings on the channel are timeless and oopsie, I knew I'd have trouble with that one. And what I normally do is I will do a general tarot reading, and then we'll check out the oracle card to see if there's a message from that is relevant, or that adds something else, or enhances the tarot part of the reading somehow. So we usually check out the oracle cards afterwards. Okay, so these are the cards here. We've got alchemy, self-love and dreams. So if you want to make your choice and go down and check out your reading, that's great. I do offer personal readings at the moment. You can, what I normally do is I will do you a numerology portion of the reading. So if you give me your full name and date of birth, what I'll then do is I will prepare your numerology numbers before I do your video, and then it'll be a talk about your numbers and your core numbers and things like that while I'm shuffling the cards, and then I will do a tarot reading for you. If you are interested in that, then you can find me on my Facebook page. At some point there'll be a website as well. At the time of the recording it's still not ready, so that's work. I'm working on that, but that's the only place to contact me really. I won't ever approach you out of the blue for a reading, because I know there's some dodgy people about that do that. So what we'll do then is, without further ado, we'll get and crack on with these readings today. So I'll see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1. If you chose the alchemy card here, then this is your reading. So what we'll do is we'll just move our gubbins a bit, and we'll put your alchemy card up in the corner until the end, and then we'll see in the book what that says for you, and whether that's adding anything useful for us. Okay, so let's move all my crystals. Okay, so so pile 1, everybody who was drawn to the alchemy card here, please could we have messages, advice, guidance for all of those in pile 1 today, please. And if you've seen any of my readings before, I usually do a Celtic cross, so that's what we're doing at the moment, just to see what general messages come up. I will clarify if I need to as well. So let's make a start for you. And your energy is coming through today as the 3 of Pentacles. What's helping or hindering you is the Page of Cups. What's brought you to this particular reading today is the 5 of Cups. And in your subconscious we have the Page of Wands. Your conscious mind is the 5 of Swords. Coming straight towards you we've got the 7 of Pentacles. And then going forward from this situation, your energy is the Knight of Wands. Just about squeeze them all in. The situation, others, outside influences, is the King of Wands. Hopes and fears, we've got the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of action in this card, in these cards. And the outcome is justice. Okay, so let's have a look at all of these cards and see what we can come up with for you. So I just got my little clarifier deck as well, just in case any questions pop out. for now. All right, so looking at your energy then, it might be something to do with work, because we've got this representing you. We've got this Three of Pentacles, and it's kind of a card of teamwork. It's a card of maybe you've been able to showcase your talents recently, or you've been collaborating with people recently on any project or a work project or something like that, or it's been something that's you've been working with someone else, and it's to do with your material world in some way. So some sort of teamwork has been going on, and you've got helping or hindering you. Is the Page of Cups. So it's like I feel like what having worked with, maybe having this collaboration has brought back some like fun, injected a bit of fun back into life, or it's injected a bit of hope back into life, or it's something that you were surprised you enjoyed. Maybe it was more enjoyable than you expected it to be, but that's kind of what I'm getting there for that, really briefly. But we'll flesh this out as we go. And what's brought you to the reading? It feels like you came from a little bit of a low place, but hopefully it looks like things have picked up recently, because you're not alone, and you're not kind of still in the sadness that you may have had some loss, or some you've been grieving over something, or something was disappointing to you. But it seems like at the moment things are on the up, and you're kind of feeling hopeful again about things. It's quite emotionally in a better place, I think, than you have been recently, where it looks like there's been a disappointment, there's been a loss, you've been in a negative space, and it looks like you've already kind of turned that around, and you're looking, you know, with this collaboration or this teamwork, or this new kind of project. It may be something you're doing that's kind of lifting you up, but it looks like you kind of turn the corner and you're in a better place already. So that's really cool to see that. With your subconscious, you definitely have got that spark again. You have 2 pages here, so it's definitely that new energy coming in, where you're kind of out of the disappointment that you felt. You're kind of feeling more hopeful, happier, and also in your subconscious you've got the Page of Wands, which is this getting fired up for life again, and enthusiastic again. So if there is something you're working on at the minute, or you know, whether it's work, a personal project, even like self-improvement or something like that, you could be feeling quite keen and excited to kind of turn this corner and leave this past situation behind, whatever it might have been. It's interesting that in your conscious thoughts we've got the 5 of Swords, so it's basically an odd one to get in the conventional kind of meaning of the card, I think. I mean, it could be you just kind of feeling like you're finally winning, and you're finally turning things around, and you're having some success after a period of unhappiness, or a period of that disappointment I was saying before. And I'm going to get clarification on this one, because it can mean, where you're kind of really determined to succeed against all odds, and not give up, and kind of get back on your feet and things like that. And but it's interesting that it's who are you in this card, I think. Are you the person who's down but not out? Are you the person that's winning at all costs? It's kind of either or either, I think. But it feels like you've got determination to kind of move forward and move away from this kind of victim, maybe victim mentality you might have had before, and you're feeling quite feel like you're quite inspired, and you're feeling quite hopeful and quite determined to kind of move on from any past issues. Let me just get another one for the Five of Swords just to clarify that. And you've got the Alchemy card here, you know, for your oracle. So, you know, that's making something happen, you know, making something. It feels like you're quite determined to not go back to that victim mindset, or that weaker, where you felt weak, or where you felt, you know, I feel like I'm getting that there's no way you're going to go back to that. That's what I kind of want to say. Please could we have another card to clarify the Five of Swords for pile one, please. This one's poking out the Star. Yeah, that's a really nice card to kind of balance out that. I think it feels like you're quite determined to make a change. And we had the theme of hope with the Page of Cups. And the Star is all about that renewed hope, that healing after a tough time. And daring to kind of dream again. And you know, it's about having that time of that kind of the self-healing, the self-nurturing, and also feeling that things are possible, you know, and you can go for what you want, and you can pursue what it is that's going to make you happy, and you have an idea of what that's going to be. I feel with this Page of Wands in your subconscious, you kind of I think you're fired up about something. And I feel like the Star card is softening up the energy of the Five of Swords, where you're just determined, and you just have some self-belief, and you've kind of gotten back up, you know, picked yourself up, dusted yourself off, and you're kind of like, right, I'm not going to wallow in anything, you know, any negativity anymore. I'm gonna get on with it, and I'm gonna get to where I need to be, and not let anyone or anything stand in my way this time. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting from having these two cards together. And I'm glad you got the Star, because it's kind of a nice positive, healing, wish fulfillment energy to soften up that Five of Swords there, and kind of make it more about it's a positive mindset that you've got, rather than a kind of negative one. So I like that. That kind of came in to clarify for us. So coming straight towards you, you're going to have to be patient, and I think you realise there's work to do, but it's about knowing that, I think, like, you know that it's going to be worth it. You know, you're going to put in that effort and make things happen. But this time I feel that, you know, however patient you have to be, or how much work you have to put in, and, you know, you have to kind of allow things to develop and allow things to grow. But I feel you're not afraid to let of the work that you need to put in to make whatever this is happen for you. And I think you're good with that. And I think you know that your efforts aren't going to be wasted this time. Because the Pentacles are very practical. I mean, you started with the Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles, you know, the threes are about expansion and creativity, and bringing out ideas to the world, and, you know, it kind of developing things. And you have that growing from the Three of Pentacles has grown into the Seven of Pentacles, you know, so you have that growth, and I feel like you're going to be watching it grow, but being okay with being patient, and being okay with working hard, and not expecting things to be like a quick fix. But I think you appreciate, in order to get what you want, happening, you have to put in the time and you have to put in that daily commitment and things like that. And I think you're going to be okay with that, because rewards will come from it and you'll be able to see that happening. And you'll be having some tangible results coming in, you know, to make this all worthwhile. So you've got this ambition and this drive, and you have this really good kind of like guidance system put in, where you know what you want this time and you're kind of not afraid to go after what it is that's going to make you really happy, and go after your dreams and things, but you're prepared to do it in a way that's means it's so much more like realistic, and you know it's going to be satisfying, because you're going to, you know, have returns for what you put into it, things like that. I feel I want to say. All right, really happy about the star being there for you. That's awesome. So going forward with the situation, then your energy, from the Page of Wands, we now get you, you know, we've got page, I know that wasn't your energy, but it's like a Page of Wands in your subconscious, which is kind of that motivated energy where you kind of, I think you've got enough motivation to keep going, even when things start to be are a bit slow, or it's not instant gratification. I think you have that motivation to you know, keep plodding on, you know, day by day. And obviously as a result, then you've got this Knight of Wands, who is still you coming across now, somebody who's definitely has that passion still, and has that eagerness and everything, and is able to kind of go off on an adventure and not necessarily know exactly how he's going to get there. It's kind of like an energy of, well, I'm just going to deal with things as they come along. I'm not going to kind of procrastinate or spend too long planning things out, because I mean you have this build up here of the Seven of Pentacles, so you are you have a plan and you are sticking to your plan, but as you then go forward, you're like well prepared, you know. I mean, in that you can cope with whatever life is throwing at you. I feel with the Knight of Wands, somebody who just, you know they want to go somewhere, they're not really 100% sure exactly how, but they are going to go for it, and they'll figure things out as they go along if they have to, you know. So you kind of got that resilience and that kind of resourcefulness as well, and creativity and passion and all that is just growing as you go along. And then the situation, others, outside influences, is another, it's like another promotion up to the King of Wands, where you've I will see who this, if this is a person that's coming into, because it's in that position. So let me see if this is a person, or this is just you again, just, you know, continuing to grow in confidence and things like that. Let me just get another card. Please can we clarify the King of Wands for pile number 1, please. I mean, I'm getting a kind of link up with the alchemy, in that alchemy is whoops, I got the King of Coins. Alchemy in that you're making stuff happen. You're not sitting around in disappointment waiting for rescue. You kind of decided to you know, take action on what it is you need to do, and be responsible for what happens to you, and what you want, and you know, not waiting for it to come to you and things like that, and taking consistent action. And when you have here, it could be that there might be somebody who comes along to give you a hand, because we've got the King of Pentacles clarifying the King of Wands, so it could be somebody with the qualities of being quite ambitious and dynamic, and very creative and very driven, maybe coming into your path to give you some support or help you in some way, as a mentor of some kind, because you've got these two kings. So it could well be there may be some influence of somebody around you that is a very very kind of entrepreneurial, or like got the boss mindset, and is very ambitious and energetic, and somebody who is very successful and charismatic, it could be male or female, but somebody in that way who is around you to maybe help you along, or kind of give you good advice or encouragement or some opportunity or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm getting there, that it could be somebody around you in the future. And then we've got the Knight of Swords, so there's a lot of dynamic energy here. So you've got the Knight of Swords and your hopes and fears, and I just feel the Knight of Swords is very determined and can also be a bit impulsive. So I would say maybe it's coming to say to think things through. Don't rush into any contracts and things without fully understanding what's expected of you and stuff like that. And don't rush into any decisions without carefully consulting it, maybe this person here who's got the advice for you or whatever. But I feel like the Knight of Swords is all about action and about determination and quick thinking and things like that. And I think this, if it's in your hopes and fears, I feel this is just saying, keep being practical, keep being consistent. Don't kind of jump into things too much. Try and temper that a little bit, and make sure that you have good plans behind you, and make sure that you take advice, and you carefully look through the small print and things like that. I want to say before you kind of sign up for anything or embark on anything. As your confidence builds, you might get a little bit too gung-ho about things. So it's just basically, I feel, saying, don't forget to kind of take enough to don't like procrastinate or anything, but at the same time make sure you're fully aware of what you're signing up for, or you're fully aware of what you're getting into before you leap into anything. Okay, just take care, be keep hold of logic and be sensible about things. In your outcome, we have got the Justice card. We've got the Justice card. So I think if you coming from a good place of integrity, coming from a place of being true to yourself and sticking to what is right, and having your scruples and things like that, I think that's just basically saying you doing things from a good place and being fair, then you'll get the good kind of karma rather than the bad kind of karma and things like that. So it's basically saying that you will get what you deserve, you will get out what you put in, and you're going to, it looks like you're on course for those achievements that you're wanting to get, whatever that may be. All right, so what I'm going to do now is we'll look at your alchemy card, and we'll just see what we have for that in the book. All right, so let's have a look a minute. What is it, number 25? Okay, I'm going to read out this one for you, pile 1. All right, the path you are on is about to go through a very powerful transformation. Nothing is how it seems. You have the opportunity to take a big leap in your level of consciousness. It is extremely important that you focus on letting go of any negativity and beliefs that no longer serve you. Well, we've got the 5 of Cups in the past there, so that's definitely something I feel you've done. and to just be careful to keep negativity out of your conscious thoughts as well, but instead focus on, you know, those things that you want to attain and those things that you want to achieve, coming from that good place. Okay, you have access to the energy of alchemy, which can transform the most challenging experiences into incredible gifts and miracles. Meditate and take action on your highest goals and dreams. Well, you know, talking about your dreams, we're going towards your dreams. They are on their way to coming true. Let go of your expectations. What is about to appear can surpass anything you have dreamed of. The most important part is that you are prepared and ready to receive. The energy around you is very potent at the moment, so make sure that you are using this time as productively as possible. Give yourself time for prayer, gratitude, and celebration. All right, so that's kind of cool, like that. That sort of falls in line with that being prepared, you know, working hard, realizing that there's no quick fixes, and it's about dedication and keeping your goals in mind, you know, what you're wanting to achieve, and working steadily towards that. And it's looking like, you know, that's something that you really can make those things come true. You know, what you want to manifest, you're going to be doing your bit by taking that daily action, breaking a big goal down into small goals, and, you know, that kind of thing. Doing it in a practical way, but that's how you're going to be going forward, is getting those real results coming back. So I really like that for you, pile one. I really hope that was useful to you. I'd love to hear in the comments what you thought. Please do come back any other time to check out any of the other readings. Pass them on to friends if you feel that they too would benefit. And thank you for watching all the way to the end. Lots of love, and see you again soon. Hello to everybody who chose pile 2, which is the self-love card. So what we'll do is we'll pop everything to one side, put this card up here until we finish with the tarot, and then at the end we'll read it out and see if there's anything to add or if it's relevant at all. Be interesting to find out. So let's start with your tarot, and we'll do a Celtic cross like I normally do. So is there any messages? Are there any messages even? Any advice or guidance for everybody who was drawn to the pile 2 card, which is the self-love card? Alright, so let's have a little look for you. We'll start with what your energy is coming into this reading today. Alright, so your energy is coming out as the King of Wands. Okay. Whoops. Pop him here. And what's helping or hindering you is coming out as the Six of Swords. The reason you're here, what brought you to this reading today, we've got the Two of Wands. Okay. In your subconscious mind, we've got the Page of Pentacles. In your conscious thoughts, we have got the Seven of Cups. What's coming straight for you is the Well. Ooh, this one. Now this deck, right? I've not used it much. And there's two extra cards in this deck, and it just so happens one of them is gum up, so I might need to look at the booklet just to clarify. I think it's to do with creativity and things, but I'll clarify that because yeah. Okay, and anyway, the situation going forward then from this, your energy is coming out as the Ten of Swords. So what we've got for others, outside influences, the situation is coming out as the Queen of Cups. And I will clarify any of these as we go along, see what we get. what's hopes and fears? We've got the 8 of Pentacles, and outcome is the 5 of Cups. But I am going to get something else to clarify that as well. Let's work through and see what we get. I'm just going to grab my clarifiers as well and see what happens. So we'll pop them there for a minute. So let's make a start. Your energy coming forward, we've got you represented by the King of Wands. So you could be kind of feeling quite driven at the moment to kind of elevate things or make some improvements, because you're coming and you could be feeling quite creative and quite pumped up and motivated to make a change, because what's crossing here is the 6 of Swords. So you definitely, I feel like that's saying you're definitely wanting to move on into a kind of a better situation where things may have not been great for you. And it's like you've got the 2 of Wands is what's brought you here. So it could have been that you've made there was a decision that you made that's put you into this situation at the moment, and you made quite a choice of, it could have been something like a should I stay or should I go kind of choice. I feel like that is giving me that kind of vibe, because you kind of got like wanting to kind of inject a bit more fun and a bit more positivity and things into your life here, and you know, maybe made a decision to kind of get out of a situation that wasn't giving you that, or you felt like a little bit held back or something, I'm getting here, or limited in some way, because your energy is quite strong, being the King of Wands. You kind of I feel like you're feeling quite resilient at the minute and quite eager to kind of make changes and seek out, you know, that creativity and that passion in life again. And you're kind of raring to go with that, I feel. And what's helping or hindering you is 6 of Swords. So you kind of, I feel like you've got yourself out of a situation that wasn't comfortable for you in whatever way. And you're definitely wanting to move on to a much more sort of compatible situation. Let me just get real quick. Let me get clarify what the 2 of Wands was that brought you here. Why is the 2 of Wands here, please? Whoops. Oh, we already got that. We already got something dropped down there. Has it been a relationship? Because you've got the 4 of Wands here, and normally the 4 of Wands in like the Rider-Waite deck is this is like the marriage card, and it's usually quite a good card, and you've got like the 2. I'm wondering if it's something that maybe you've broken up with someone, a long-term partnership or something like that. It's making me wonder if something has you've gone your separate ways, you've made a decision, should I stay or should I go? And it's coming out with this 4 of Wands to clarify. And it kind of the marriage theme on this particular deck for the 4 of Wands is quite prevalent. So I'm wondering whether or not maybe you've had a split with a partner or a friend or somebody important to you, or a situation, you've left a job, or it feels like there's been a decision. Because we've got the 6 of Swords here, I'm wondering if it's been a split. And now this is you single, maybe for the first time in a while, or maybe you got the self-love card. So that's what I'm kind of getting, is that maybe there has been something that you've left, or there's been a parting of the ways or something like that, but it's been for the better because you're now moving out of the difficulties into a calmer time period and kind of leaving the difficulties behind. So I'm just wondering if that's what's happened. Please tell me in the comments what it actually is. I'd be really interested to find out. But that's kind of what I'm getting with these. So whether it was a work situation, or a friendship, or a partnership, or a love situation, or something that you were doing that you made a decision with this two of wands to kind of either, should I stay or should I go? I feel like I want to say, but it's kind of, it was a decision that you made because you wanted to move away from something that wasn't, you know, was causing distress. I feel like, because the Six of Swords is to do with moving into calmer waters, moving away from stress, and going into a more like a positive, more relaxed time or situation. And then in your subconscious, you've got the Page of Pentacles, which makes me feel this fresh new start is what you're wanting. And it could be that you're wanting to build up from scratch again on something. So whether that could be, like I said, it could be any of those things, I suppose, in your life, whatever this means for you, where you've made a break and wanting to start again fresh, but start again with something sustainable and something that's much more longer lasting, and will last longer, and will be take time, and you're aware it's going to take time and effort, but it feels like it's like you want something that will be long lasting and something that you can rely on. I feel like, and that could, you know, again, that could be relationship, friendship, work, you know, it's kind of a general looking at what you've got. Cups, and you've got swords, and you've wands, and you've got all the suits. So I'm not really getting a specific area. It could be everything. It could be all your whole life. You know, everything needs an overhaul, and you're starting afresh on everything. But it's generally, I feel like you definitely felt you made the right decision. In your heart, you know, to be true. You have got the Seven of Cups in your conscious mind, so you have maybe conflicting thoughts about things. You could be, it's a card of imagination, and it's also the card of illusion, and it's a card of procrastination, and kind of not making, maybe a little bit of uncertainty and things about, you know, if you've made a big change in some area of your life, or all areas of your life, there can be confusion. I think, you know, deep down you made the right decision, and you did it for the reasons, you know, what you felt were the better reasons, because you're thinking long term. I think you're wanting long term, but maybe right at this moment where it's maybe just happened, there could be a little bit of confusion and uncertainty. You kind of just want to escape from reality a little bit. Coming straight towards you is the Well, though, so I'm interested to see. I'll just quickly check. Right, the Well. So it's a nice card. The well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration and transformation. All things are birthed from this creatrix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. So it's about nurturing opportunity, nature and creativity. So it's kind of a nice like positive energy that's coming towards you, where you have you know, with the King of Wands representing you, definitely have some creativity there anyway. And you've got it combined with the Page of Pentacles, so that's kind of a new opportunity you might be looking for, or making your own new opportunities, moving away from the causes of stress, or you know, where you felt uneasy or not yourself, or you know, you're moving away from that now. And because you've made that decision, even though it might be unclear now at the minute, you'll have a lot of choices opening up for you. And you have a lot, you know, there are things opening up for you, and with that comes that that creativity and that kind of transformational energy. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a mixture of I feel like I want to say it's like a mixture of like the Death card and the Empress card in a way. It's giving me that those vibes in this situation, where you kind of come through a choppy journey, but then you're gaining a freedom of being creative and following your path, and changing, making that change. You've made that change, and now things are transforming for you into a much more kind of brighter future. And then going forward from this, we've got this Ten of Swords. So this is basically just underlining this is an end to this feeling overwhelmed or burdened, or this sadness is leaving you. It's the end of it. You know, you've come through it, and that's a completion now. It's at the end of it now, and really you're ready for this whole new birth. I mean, the transformation sometimes are uncomfortable, as we kind of move into, you know, that whole different phase of life, or a new situation, whatever that may be. But what's been weighing you down, what's been draining you and making you unhappy is over. So that's really cool to see. Now in the situation, others, or the environment, you have the Queen of Cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this is a person that's coming into your life, or whether this is you having some of the qualities of the Queen of Cups. So let's just clarify her a minute. I kind of feel like the whole self-love card thing is kind of, I feel it's linking up with the message a bit here, where you're kind of rediscovering who you are and what you want and everything. Let me check though. Why is the Queen of Cups here? For pile 2, please. Ace of Coins. Yeah, I don't, it's so much a person coming in, although, you know, if it has been a breakup, a relationship that wasn't really good for you, you could be open to someone new. But I think in this instance, you are kind of, I feel like emotionally you're a lot more fulfilled. And it's just got like the Page of the Ace of Coins coming along, as in it, like new opportunities will be presenting themselves to you. And you're kind of, or the Queen of Cups, another thing about her, or him, or whoever it is, the energy of the Queen of Cups is about having that compassion. She has compassion. She's very caring and kind. But she's also very focused. and gives her whole heart to what she's who she cares about, what she cares about. She's very devoted, dedicated, and very in tune with her own emotions. But very deeply kind of like, how do I want to say this? In the conventional Rider-Waite tarot, we have the Queen of Cups, and she is gazing at this big cup that she's holding, and it's very elaborate and ornate and everything, and she's given it her full attention, and it's kind of like eyes on the prize, you know, where she's absolutely totally devoted and committed to that which she holds valuable, that which she treasures, or that which she wants to attain, or whatever. So she has absolute unconditional love for whoever it is that she cares about, or whatever it is she's focused on. It's that ability to put her heart and soul into something, or put her heart and soul into somebody. And I feel like she has compassion, and she has self-compassion, she has compassion for others, and she has huge understanding and intuition and things like that, and she's able to be very satisfied by the things that she loves to do. You know, she's kind of got that all going on. And I feel like this is saying, you know, you are going to be able to take opportunities that come along. You're going to be in that creative, you're having this creative transformation. You're going to be moving away from these things that have overwhelmed you and hurt you and caused you pain. But you're moving into, you are valuing yourself. You are really having compassion and respect for yourself, and if you are given opportunities and things, you're going to be taking them, and you'll be open to more, and that because you kind of have that self-worth and self-value, and you can have self-worth, and you can look after yourself and look after other people at the same time. I think it's basically the message there as well. Hopes and fears, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. So if it's been that this separation was from like a work situation where you left a job, or you lost a job, or you know, something that you kind of relied on, you lost, or you were moving away from something that wasn't in alignment with you, or anything in your physical world, I feel it's like you're going to be loving what you're doing. And what you're putting effort into, you will get rewards from. So you won't mind working hard, whether it's on a relationship, or whether it's on yourself, or whether it's on a business. You're going to be only too happy to put that work in, because you're going to feel that you're getting back what you deserve, and you're getting things from it. It's not like you're throwing your energy at something or somebody who doesn't appreciate you, or isn't a match for you, and there's more stress involved than happiness. I feel like, you know, this is making me feel, you know, gonna, whatever you're moving forward into, when you're putting the effort in, and you're putting the work in, and you're putting your energy and time into something, that is something that's going to be enjoyable, and also productive and successful. And you know, it's kind of like doing what you love and getting paid well for it. So, you know, whether it's your time, your energy, your love, you're going to be getting rewards back more equally from this, whatever this is going to be. And then outcome, we've got the Five of Cups, which is really interesting that popped up. And I will get clarification, because after all this, like this positivity in that moving forward, it seems like an odd one to get. And the first thing I want to say is I think you need to leave the past where it belongs, and try not to look back and have regrets on what maybe didn't work out, because this is like this whole new energy going forward is things are going to work out for you so much better. I'm focusing on that creativity and that compassion, and moving into this better phase. And I think it's just a reminder to not look back at the past, not focus on what went wrong, look about and be grateful for what you do have and what is working well. And that's kind of the way that you move more towards what you want, you know, or more towards the good stuff. And I think it's just a quick reminder to say, don't go, you know, don't wallow in past mistakes or regrets or things like that. You know, you made this change for a reason, and you did the right thing. So keep looking forward, keep you know, moving forward with your life, I think. But I'm going to clarify real quick. Is there a reason why this is? Can we have some more clarification on the Five of Cups for pile 2, please? Why is the Five of Cups here? No, Hierophant. Yeah, the Hierophant is with this one. It's like it's a card of compassion and a card of wisdom in this particular deck. And seeking out, I mean, if you feel like you may be having regrets, maybe seek out some advice, speak to somebody kind of older and wiser. The Hierophant, yeah, I think in this deck it's like a compassionate wisdom. I would maybe, if you're kind of feeling like you may be having regrets, or you know, I mean, it's unlikely, I think. But I think it's just a reminder to say, you know, look at what's actually working. Talk to people, talk to someone if you're feeling a bit wobbly. Don't look back on the past. Think about what you've built, what you've accomplished, and moving forward in that with kind of confidence. And if you feel like you need to chat to somebody and talk things out, then talk things out. So what we'll do before we go is we'll just read the self-love card out from the book, and we'll see if that's got anything to add for us. Okay, so let's see, number 24. Bear with. Here we are. I'll read it out for you, and we'll see if this adds anything or has any kind of links to the tarot part. Take time out to get to know yourself and what works for you in this particular cycle of your life. Some of the biggest obstacles to self-love are self-criticism and perfectionism, which lead to harsh judgment of the self, closing down, and eventually illness. Have you been trying to compete with others, get approval from people in your family, or simply pushing yourself too hard? If so, you need to soften and start listening to your body. Focus on keeping your heart open and practice acknowledging and recognizing the good in yourself and others. This card beckons you to breathe love in and out every moment of the day. Ask yourself, what changes do I need to make to my daily routine so that love can pulsate through every breath, action, and relationship I engage in? Choose to open your heart through softness, deep breathing, relaxation, movement, finding beauty in nature, in your home, in your pain, in your love, in your sadness, in meditation, etc. Keep your heart open even though it makes you feel vulnerable and exposed. This week is your opportunity to learn to receive. Anytime anyone says something nice to you, or it offers to help you, take a deep breath, thank them, and accept. You need to find something loving or nurturing to do for yourself. This could be a massage, a healing treatment, or a movie with a friend. Every time you look in the mirror, repeat, I am lovable. Do this every day until you really believe it. Okay, so yeah, I think it's about doing something to empower yourself at this time, doing something to appreciate and love yourself at this time, especially if you have gone through some sort of breakup or some loss. I think it's really important to look after yourself, and know that this is ultimately for your good, and you're worth taking time over. And the Queen of Cups here definitely saying it's time to value yourself and have that compassion for yourself as you go forward into this new phase. Okay, pile 2, so thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I'd love to hear in the comments if it made any sense to you at all. That would be great to hear. But for now, I'll give you lots of love and thank you so much for watching, and all the best until next time. Goodbye. Hi pile 3, everybody who chose this dreams card, which is a card 3. This is your reading. Okay, so what we do is we'll start with putting this to one side, whoops, so that we can read it out at the end. Well, and then we'll start with your tarot. Whoops. Okay, so let's give you a quick shuffle. So we'll start with your tarot, okay? So what we'll do, and then we'll read this out at the end. So what we'll do is we'll find out what the your general reading is for you today. Can we please have any advice or guidance or info for everyone who chose dreams, pile 3? So your energy is coming forward as the 6 of Cups. What's helping or hindering you is the Ace of Pentacles. What's brought you to this reading today is the Star. In your subconscious, we've got these 5 of Pentacles. In your conscious thoughts, we have the King of Cups. Coming straight for you, we've got the Tower. And then going forward from this, your energy is the 9 of Swords. The situation, others, the environment is the Empress. What's your hopes and fears is the 7 of Wands. And the outcome is the 8 of Cups. Alright, so let's have a look and see. Alright, so I will clarify as we go as well if we need to, okay? Just give them a shuffle. Pop them there for now. So, right, let's have a look at you. What your energy is coming through as at the moment is the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups is your energy. So you could be feels like you've got some helpful people around you. You could be looking for some balance and some harmony. Yearning for a simpler time for definite, but you could be feeling quite protected and kind of supported at the moment. You have the Ace of Pentacles helping or hindering you, so there could be an opportunity that's come up recently that's coming out of the blue. What's brought you to this reading today? You've got the Star, so it could be had a time of heat. I mean, I like that the Tower and the Star are here, because there's definitely a shift that's happening for you. Ultimately, it's for the better with the Tower, because things have been, whatever has been happening or been going on for you, it's not been sustainable, and it's kind of time to face reality. So I like to see the 6 of Cups here is hopefully that means you have got people around you that are helpful and supportive as you go through this shift, especially with this Ace of Pentacles here, which is bringing in some new opportunities, so some new offer, some good news regarding your material world or your health or something like that, where there's definitely as like a breakthrough here that's happening. And what's brought you to this reading is you've been through a tough time. You've had some healing, and you're kind of open now to feeling more hopeful and to going for what you really want out of life. So that's kind of cool to see. And we've got the 5 of Pentacles in your subconscious. So basically this is not drawing attention to your weaknesses at this time. And if you're feeling like you need help, I feel like we're getting back to this asking for help or having helpful people as you go through this process. It's like basically underlying that, you know, if you feel like you need help, don't try and struggle on alone. Reach out to people if you need support at this time as you're going through this change, and as you're going through this kind of major shift in life, and this whole new kind of energy that's coming in to kind of shake things up and take you in a different direction, because the path that you have been on isn't working for you or hasn't been right for you, and I think you know that, and you're wanting to make that change and kind of go for what it is you really want. But yeah, if you could kind of feel a bit insecure or whatever, then, you know, don't stay in that victim mentality. Reach out to somebody, get some support, and that will help you to kind of seize this new opportunity and this new change that's coming for you, rather than kind of missing out on it, as it were. In your conscious mind, you've got the King of Cups. So what I'm going to do is I'll just see if that is a person or whether it's kind of an attitude or whatever that you have. But let me just see. Can we ask why the King of Cups is in the subconscious, or sorry, in the conscious thoughts for pile 3, please? It's interesting that you've got the Dreams card, and that your star is what brought you to this reading, because you could be thinking about a dream that you've wanted to manifest, or something you've always wanted to do maybe has been in your mind lately, and maybe it's time to kind of make that happen. We'll find out. So why is the King of Cups in the conscious mind? 7 of Wands. You've got the 7 of Wands again. You've got the 7 of Wands over here as well. And I kind of feel like you really need to stand up for yourself. I really feel that you need to stand up for yourself at the moment. And if that needs, and if you need support with that, then absolutely get some advice and get somebody behind you, you know, get someone on side. Because you have two 7 of Wands, which is about, you know, not backing down and protecting yourself and protecting what you've built and things like that, and having courage, because you've got a lot to offer and you've got a lot of skills and things like that, and you should value. And I feel like the King of Cups is sort of, you know, whatever's going to, you know, be happening around you, I feel you can cope with it. And if you have to ask for some support from someone, that's okay, you know. Don't be afraid to, if that's what you need to do, and find somebody who's compassionate and that to help you. And but the King of, I feel like this is you, you know, if you have that, if you feel you need to lean on somebody, lean on somebody. Yeah, I think people will want to help you. And the King of Cups is someone who, regardless of what's happening around him, maintains his composure, maintains control of their emotions and things like that, and is able to go on any adventure that he needs to, and cope with this. You know, this sea around him is quite kind of active. And there's a ship there which is like, you know, off to a new adventure. And I think also the ships are to do with good things coming in to you. and to stick up for yourself and stand your ground. And you know, like I say, if you need support for that, then take that support. There's no shame in asking for help if you need it, and people will help you, I feel, if you ask. But don't try and struggle on alone if things get tough. I think that's the same. If you could be somebody who you find it hard to ask for help, maybe, but it's okay to, and that will give you that strength to continue to sort of strive for what you want and hold your own and things like that. If you have that support behind you, maybe a friendly ear or something to just help you out, I would seek that out if you feel you need it, you know. What's coming straight towards you is the Tower. So there's definitely something happening that is going to be for you. I think it's like change has to happen, and I think you need to make peace with that. And I think if you welcome the change and you accept the change, then you leaping out the tower rather than being thrown out of the tower. Do you know what I mean? It's going to happen. I think something's going to happen that's going to be quite a change, quite a big revelation, or kind of aha moment, you know, or you have an epiphany or something. But there is definitely this shift coming. And it is for your ultimate good. And what I sometimes like to point out is when you have these two people, right? You've got one guy, one figure here who looks like he's jumping. He's kind of facing forward. He's launching himself out. This one here is kind of flailing out backwards. There's a change that's going to be coming anyway. And it's like, well, you go with the change. And you see these little lemony things. Always remind me of lemons. These yods, all these blessings basically around you are right next to you. Whereas if you kind of get forced into this change, reluctantly, the blessings are coming, but it's going to be a while before they get to you. It's kind of like, it's better to embrace this change and head on, you know, go at it head on, than and you know, roll with it, than it is to kind of be reluctant and kind of fight it until the very end, or check out of reality until it's on you and you're not prepared. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm feeling there. But ultimately, the Tower is a change for the better. It might feel a bit more wobbly, but it is a change for the better, and it's what you've needed to get you out of this, you know, and into this new opportunity. So the energy that you're having going forward is basically, it's the Nine of Swords. So it's just nearing completion of things that are stressing you out, and it's really basically you're in your head too much. And things are going to get better, but you kind of need to get out of your head and get out of the stress of it, because things aren't as bad as your mind is telling you they are. It's kind of that energy really is basically reminding you not to get in your head, not to be going into anxiety, you know, trying to be assume things, you know, and let your mind play tricks on you. It's basically saying, you know, you're almost out of this. Try not to get sucked into your own head about it, because it's not as bad as your head is making it out to be, if that makes sense. It's just like a reminder to kind of, you know, not everything you think is the truth. You know, our minds play tricks on us a little bit. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm getting there. And in going back to our helpful people, you know, if you're feeling like that a little bit and you're a little bit overwhelmed and worried and things, a good thing is to seek help and to talk to people who have compassion. You know, like the King of Cups is about a compassionate, understanding person. The Six of Cups is to do with, you know, helpful people, protection, as well. So, and, you know, the Five of Pentacles is, you know, not to stay in that victim mentality, not to stay feeling weak, and you know, but to look for help there. You know, if that source of help isn't available, that others are available, you know. So don't be afraid to look for help. And if you're finding that you're kind of a little bit overwhelmed with worrying and stuff, then seek help, seek someone out, to lean on people, lean on you know, a caring friend or relative, or speak to a therapist, or you know, something like that, to get yourself out of your head where you might be catastrophizing, thinking the worst and things like that, and you know, causing yourself anxiety and excessive worry. And that is basically telling you not to get trapped in your own head. You know, do something, have a chat to someone, or write it down in a journal or something like that, to get it out of your head, and to be able to see things more objectively and more logically, so that you can kind of get away from that, you know, your brain kind of tricking you into sleepless nights and things like that. That's what I want to say there. And then others, the situation, outside influences, you've got the Empress. So there's I'll check and see who this is. I'll get some more clarification on the Empress for you right now. So can we have I mean, it's a great sign, it's a great one to see, because it's all about you know, creativity, birthing new ideas, abundance, feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing your worth. So it's kind of like, you know, you're coming out of this situation that wasn't good for you into being much more empowered, much more sure of yourself, much more creative, successful, etc. And also that the Empress has compassion as well. So having self-compassion, you know, being very grounded, but successful. So it's my favourite card, so I like seeing that for you, because that's really good. So it could be somebody, I'll just find out now if it's somebody that's coming into your life that's going to have that influence over you, or whether that's you. Let's just check it out. Why is the Empress here for? File 3, please. The Emperor. Wow. That doesn't happen very often, does it? You've got the Emperor clarifying the Empress. So I feel like I kind of get this is you in your power. This is you taking back your power, actually, because that's what the Emperor comes out to represent for me, as somebody who is taking back control over their life. And you're moving, you know, in all parts of your life, you're going to be moving in a better direction, because you've got that lovely balance with these two counterparts here, of the Father and the Mother of the Tarot, of creativity and abundance, and nature and nurturing, and order, and success and power, and mastery, and everything all together, and protection, and a solid base, you know. So it's kind of like your life is coming together, even though it might feel at the moment like you're not really sure how that happens. But you know, and having the strength to stand up for yourself, and having the strength also to seek help when you need it, because that's also a strength, yeah, to not like muddle through on your own, you know, and try and fix everything on your own. Sometimes we do need others. So, and there's nothing wrong with going for help, and there's nothing weak about going for help and talking things out. And I feel like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for you. And having these two is really brilliant. Love to see that. So it's kind of like you definitely got your self-worth and your self-power back, you know. And then hopes and fears, we've got the 7 of Wands again. So again, it's like, you know, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. What you have is valuable. You are a powerful person. You are a valuable person, and you deserve to have good things happen to you, and you deserve to have success, and to have love, and to have all the good stuff in life. And you need to set those boundaries, and you need to have that self-worth, and to not let anyone else talk down to you, or not let anyone else bring you down, you know, and stand up for yourself and what you need and what you want, I feel like I want to say. And then anyone that falls by the wayside as a result of you having self-worth, and as a result of you having self-respect and self-value, that they aren't really worth keeping alongside you anyway, because the people that really value you will want you to do well, and want you to feel good and enjoy your life and have your time to yourself, or whatever else it is that you maybe, you know, people have taken from you instead of kind of respected you. And I don't know, I guess because you have these 2 7 of Wands, so kind of like I feel like you really are really getting that sense of, you know, of that self-worth, and protecting your boundaries, and standing up for you, what you want, and standing up for yourself, and not letting people take advantage of you. Because you know, in your subconscious at the moment, you have this victim mentality, potentially, where the 5 of Pentacles is the card of being cast out, and feeling weak, and kind of being struggling all the time, and having lack and things like that. And I feel like this is you taking back your power now, knowing there has to be a change, but taking the opportunity to change. And then you realise, you know, even though you might be worried about things and that stressing about things, you let go of that, and that victim mindset, and that kind of like doubting everything, and moving into your power, and having that self-belief and self-value, and knowing that it's okay to stand up for yourself. And then the outcome is you moving on to something better, not being satisfied with what you used to put up with anymore, and moving on to something better, and going to you know, moving on with your life with kind of integrity, and your own kind of being authentic to who you really are, and what you really want, and everything. And it doesn't stop you from being that kind and caring person you've always been, but it stops you from being a doormat, and it stops you from giving your resources and your love and your care and compassion and everything to people who don't deserve it, or people who take it for granted, and things like that. And so, you know, or situations, or work, or whatever it is that doesn't deserve you, or, you know, I'm getting that kind of vibe because of these 2 7 of Wands, really. So I'm kind of getting that sort of self-esteem thing, and it's knowing your worth, and setting those boundaries, and you know, standing up for yourself, and not giving away your power, especially with these 2, and moving on to something that is right for you, and is going to be satisfying for you as you go forward. So let's get your dreams card, and let's read out from the book what it says about this one for you, and see if there's extra messages for you from this card. Okay, so let's have a look. Number 3, dreams. I shall read it for you. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams coming true is what the Star card is about. It's about going for your dreams, you know, going for what you most want, you know, your wishes. They hold lots of significant insights for you at present. Your dreams may provide you with important details about your current health issues, or a creative idea that you need to action to make your desires manifest. Dreams can also give you clues about what is challenging you emotionally. Sometimes your loved ones who have passed over, or people you've lost touch with connect to you, while you sleep and offer valuable messages that can give you peace of mind or the strength to persist through a challenging situation. The Six of Cups is also a nostalgia card, so you could be thinking of somebody from the past maybe, or wanting to connect with somebody from the past you may have lost contact with, and that might be what helps you to overcome whatever this is for you. Take note of both the dark and light aspects of your dreams. In particular, pay attention to any recurring dreams, as they often have significant meaning or wisdom that can help you. Interestingly, the Nine of Swords is about sleepless nights through worry and things like that as well. So it's interesting that the dream theme is recurring, isn't it? So I think what you could do is kind of, I like journaling because it's kind of a good way to get rid of, I think I mentioned it earlier on, about getting out all these sort of swirling worries and thoughts in your head and writing them down onto paper. It's very cathartic, and it also helps you kind of look objectively at your problems, and it's surprising if you just like write your train of thought how much insight you can get and how much relief it can be to just get it out on paper. And usually when I do it, I find that by the end of the time I've exhausted writing, I always find there's some solutions, you know, that I might not have had I just left all this stuff like whirling around in my brain, you know. So I would definitely recommend that, but failing that, you know, and talking to somebody if you feel like you need to offload, and don't try and sort of struggle on by yourself, because it's okay to ask for support, and it could be the best thing that you've done, if you see what I mean. Opening up and that to people that you can trust, because you know you definitely have this huge shift in you, in your own personal power, and in your own your self-esteem, I feel like I want to say, with the Emperor and the Empress. And you're going to be going forward to bigger and better things that you want in the future. So I really like that for you. I hope that was interesting. I hope that was helpful. I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section. If you want to let me know how things are going or what you got from this reading, that would be really interesting for me. If there's anyone you know that would benefit from one of my readings, please do share my channel. That would be awesome. I thank you ever so much for watching all the way to the end, and I wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully see you again soon. Take care until then. Bye bye.